And I noticed that Alan, there's a picture where Alan was going to the press conference, I believe, and right behind him is Greg Norman, and he's being escorted out. And I said to Fritzy, see if Alan will join us here. Alan, did you have a credential for the LIV Tour?
I did, yes. It was kind of a cliffhanger. I had to send 3 emails, but they finally credentialed me yesterday morning. So I was certainly entitled to be at the press conference. When they gave me my credential, the very nice woman here running the press room said, Phil has asked or has made it clear that he doesn't care to speak to you this week. I was like, yeah, it's not really up to Phil. I mean, I'm here to do my job and not cater to the whims of pampered superstars. So I attended his press conference. I was just standing quietly in the back listening. I had one boring golf question I was thinking of asking, but I was kind of doing a vibe check and see what the energy was like, because it's been a very weird, awkward week in a lot of different ways. And but it just started when Greg Norman's goons descended on me and tossed me out. So it was definitely I've been thrown out of nicer places than the Centurion Club, I'll say that. But
what did they tell you? What did they tell you when they escorted you out?
Well, they had like 3 different stories. None of them made sense. One of them was that I had the wrong credential because the little piece of plastic they give you, they had run out of the ones that say media on them, so they gave me one that said production. But a lot of people have that here because there's been more press interest than they expected. So that didn't make any sense. And then they said, well, I had to be rescanned because every time you come and go from the press area, they scan you. But I was already within the boundary, so that made no sense. They were just grasping at straws. I mean, basically, Norman wanted me ejected because he was trying to do Phil's bidding, and they were, these necklace security guys who might not have been, fully equipped for the subtleties of the debate were just coming up with whatever they could to get me out of there. But the whole thing was silly. So you just made eye contact with Phil, but you didn't make any verbal contact? I hadn't even really made eye contact. Like, he had just started. I think he was answering his first question. I mean, it was like it had just begun. And so, we really didn't. I mean, he kind of had that 1,000-yard stare going where he's kind of looking over the heads of everybody. So I'm not even sure he saw me or knew what was going on.
I thought nobody misses the cut. Like, you're the first guy to miss the cut at a LIV tournament.
Yeah, indeed. I know there's been a lot of funny jokes. Like, my favorite is that usually Norman waits until the final round to eject. But there's been. I mean, the whole thing is just farcical. It's like I'm just a lowly golf writer. This is just a meaningless golf tournament on some level. Like, what is everyone so worried about? These are not state secrets. I mean, I'm not out to get Phil. I have no ill will towards him. I just, he's the biggest newsmaker at what's turned out to be a changing of the guard in the professional game. Like, for me to lob one softball at him is not going to have the earth stop spinning on its axis. Like, it's just a massive overreaction by everyone involved.